SportsCenter.
Round 2 tips off in the NBA. Can the Spurs finally beat LA when it really counts? The C's 1-2 punch tries to avenge last season's knockout by the Nets. As the Senators and Ducks go for a first, the Wild hope to see a 6th against Vancouver. Can the Royals improve on a perfect 10? While the Redbirds streak toward 8 in Cincinnati.
I believe in second chances.
The question is, where will that be for Larry Eustace? Plus, a roundtable discussion on the morality of college coaching. We're going the distance. SportsCenter now. Thanks for watching. Along with John Anderson, I'm Linda Cohn. Ahead, 3 NHL teams with a chance to move on. But first,
a series that could signal the end for the rest of the NBA. A lot of folks figure the winner of the Lakers-Spurs series, David Stern, should just show up and give him the trophy. Well, he was there before Game 1 between these two, but he was giving away Tim Duncan's MVP award for the 2nd straight season. Kobe talked about getting swept by the Spurs in the regular season. Doesn't care.
For us, it's not a matter of, you swept us here, we swept you there, because our confidence is not going to budge one bit. I look at it as, okay, you guys beat us 4 times. It means we have a lot to learn. We're going to figure it out and come here in the playoffs and see if we can do better.
Giddy up. Early on, Tim Duncan drives, leaves it for David Robinson, and there would be no shutout in this game. Still in the first, Shaquille O'Neal. Big Daddy getting some of his. He played in just 2 of the 4 games during the regular season. He had 10 points, 8 rebounds in the first quarter. That was a crush. Second quarter, Shaq block on Duncan. We go to the other end, and Kobe gonna fire up the 3. He was just 6 of 19 in the first half, but that goes down to give the Lakers a 5-point. They are down 5 points there in the first half. Kevin Willis, half court. Willis, no 3-pointers during the year, and now he's got one in the playoffs. Yeah, the big man, thank him. 38-35, Spurs up 3 at the break. Kobe in the third quarter, pretty reverse. Lakers down just 6. Spurs, though, build it back up to 8 and gonna make it 11. Manu Ginobili from outside, sharp shooter. Spurs up 11. He had 15. That's a new career high, and he's got one that's even more special a bit later. Early fourth, Devin George, Ginobili. They fall out of bounds, get locked up. George is in serious pain. Rick Fox looks on. He's done for about 6 months or a year. Doesn't like that. George would leave the game. X-rays negative. It's a sprained ankle. Left later on crutches. Who knows how he'll go the rest of this series. Ginobili, that's sick. One more time. See how he does that. Up, underneath, by Madsen, through Fish, good for 2. Fourth quarter, Spurs up 6. Shaq misses. Hits Robinson in the back. Offensive foul there. 8th time Shaq now is fouled out of a playoff game. His team 3 and 5 in those games. Lakers, Kobe heating up. He was just 16 of 38. He hoisted it a bunch, had 37 after that one. Lakers now within 3, a minute left. 16 seconds to go, Lakers down 3. Kobe will miss it. Robinson gets the rebound, and then watch Horry. Oh, down he goes. Robinson 14-11, a double-double, and clearly doubled over. Spurs win game 1, 87-82. Afterwards, Phil Jackson troubled by the Spurs' big advantage in free throw attempts.
The difference in the game, obvious, is their foul shots. 35 foul shots to 12. I mean, that's ridiculous in a ball game that's as hotly contested as that, especially when their guys are getting up into our shooters and up into our ball handlers. There would only be 12 foul shots for my team. I mean, Tim Duncan had more than my basketball team had. I know it's his most valuable player night tonight, but I mean, really, that's ridiculous.
So why is he the MVP? Well, dating back to exactly 1 year ago, Duncan and Shaq, he's outscored him in each of the 6 postseason games they've played. In fact, he's also out-rebounded O'Neal in 4 of those 6 contests. Now, if he can just do it, 3 more times and 3 more wins.
Joining us now, NBA analyst Tim Legler. And Tim, let's talk about the fourth quarter. Shaq makes a bunch of shots. Suddenly, Shaq is out of the offense, and the Lakers are stricken with bad shot disease. What happened to them?
Well, I'll tell you, if I'm Shaquille O'Neal right now, I'm pretty upset because here's a guy that's getting single coverage for one of the few times he's going to get that in the fourth quarter of a game, and basically he was going to work. He was starting to heat up. He was getting into a flow offensively, scoring at will down there. Suddenly, the Lakers forget how they cut the lead to 1 point. Kobe Bryant comes down, forces a horrible jump shot, fading toward the baseline. Right after that, Brian Shaw takes a one-pass quick three in transition with a guy in his face, and then a turnover by Derek Fisher. Just like that, they let it get away from them. That was their chance after battling uphill all night long. They finally get an opportunity to climb over the mountain, and by going to Shaquille O'Neal in the low post, they failed to do it. The game got away from them right there.
And, Tim, more bad news. They lose Devin George with a severely sprained ankle. What does this mean to this team?
Well, this is a devastating injury because you've already lost your small forward in Rick Fox, your starting small forward, out for the rest of the playoffs. Now Devin George comes down with a severe sprained ankle. Really shortens the Lakers' rotation. Now, they have no other small forward on their roster. They're going to have to now either play Kobe Bryant at the 3, bring Brian Shaw into the lineup as the 2 guard, or play Robert Horry at the 3 and go bigger with like Madsen and Shaq. Regardless, you're going to be playing guys in positions they haven't been accustomed to playing this year. Not a huge factor offensively because the triangle offense doesn't really matter about position, but on the defensive end of the floor, it's going to be a different story, making adjustments. They can't afford foul trouble.
You know, the Spurs came in having lost 8 of 9 to the Lakers. What does this win in the series opener mean to the Spurs up here?
It means a lot because they really made the Lakers play an ugly basketball game. The Spurs dominated this game with their defense, and they needed to know that they can do that kind of job on Shaq and Kobe, and they did it tonight. Means a lot. Can they win the series? Still to be decided, but it gives them a lot of confidence.
Feeling it's going to be a long series. Game 2 Wednesday night. Tim Legler, thanks for the insight.
All right, thanks, Linda.
Still ahead inside SportsCenter, they quacked their way through the defending Cup champs. Now, can they do it again to the Western Conference's top team? Those improbable Mighty Ducks are at it again. The Cards game is crazy 8s. The Reds look to walk off from the table. Michael Jordan may be leaving the Wizards altogether, but he won't be going away altogether empty-handed. Not when he can jump like MJ. Air Jordan's golden parachute. It's decision day in Ames, but was it the right decision? A roundtable discussion on coaching and coaching standards is ahead. Plus, wait until you see some of the crazy stunts these athletes perform in our SportsCenter Top 10. And up next, deja vu all over again for the Celtics and Nets. Will tip off that coverage when SportsCenter returns.
Jack Daniel's Original Hard Cola, the premium malt beverage with a refreshingly different cola taste. Come as you are.
If you're experiencing hair loss, then this booklet is something you should have, and you'll get it free when you call Hair Club right now. You'll get updates from Hair Club research on genetic therapy and hair cloning. Plus, you'll see the latest results of Hair Club's newly tested hair loss solutions. You can read about these remarkable studies and see the clients of these new cutting-edge technologies. You know, since 1976, Hair Club has provided millions of people with the latest information on hair loss breakthroughs. So call Hair Club now for your free booklet.
Stars ice skating with the Mighty Ducks in Game 6. Stars finally got the Jean-Sebastien Giguère Saturday in Dallas. It was actually yanked. First period scoreless. Nico Kamenin finds Kurt Muller. Front, there it is, 1-zip Stars. 37-year-old Muller, first goal of the playoffs. And it gets physical. Philippe Boucher clocks Adam Oates at the end of the first. Jason Arnott, R2, levels Peter Sikora. Everybody will be okay because they're a hockey player. Massaging. Ducks on the power play, down 1-0. Steve Ruchin, spot shadowed. There it is. It's better than pointing at him. He keeps the puck in the zone, then spot shadowed again. Still there, wearing the same jersey. He'll deflect it right to Sandis. Ozolinsh, who gets it to Steve Thomas. Thomas is 39 years old. He's feeling young. He's tied it at 1. We go to the third, tied at 2. Ruslan Saleh puts it past Marty Turco. Ducks lead 3-2. The improbable Ducks have already taken out the Red Wings, the number 2 seed in their conference, trying to do it to the number 1. Stu Barnes scores. We're even at 3. There is much joy. Wait, no, there's a man talking upstairs. No goal. Puck gets in there, but goal off its magnets, off its moorings, and as you can see, Barnes is not pleased that that's wiped off the board. So it's still 3-2 in favor of the home team. Stars on a power play, though. Sergei Zubov shot goes off Brendan Morrow's skate, tied at 3. More controversy. Oh, not again. More on the bench showing I didn't kick it. My skate blade was there. What can you do? We look again. There's the shot. You got to, well, they say he didn't kick it in. The goal will stand. Late third, we are tied at 3. Here's Gary Thorne.
Leclerc moves it in. Leclerc backhander, save, rebound, score! Sanders on the bench!
Ducks ecstatic dramatic. Morrow disheartened. Ducks win it 4-3, take the series 4-2. J.S. Jaguar, he's just trilled. Conn Smythe quality all over again. They take out the #1 and #2 seeds in the Western Conference to advance.
It feels great. You know, we never gave up. We play hard for 60 minutes, and that's what we deserve. We deserve to be here. We work hard. We've been a good team since Christmas, and we're going to be playing well in the next round.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Been there, done that, don't matter. It's 0-0, said Nets coach Byron Scott when a reporter mentioned the fact the Nets had beaten Boston 6 of the last 7 meetings, including last year's Eastern Conference Final. This year, the showdown is taking place a round earlier, but the same challenges exist, said Boston coach Jim O'Brien. I don't think anybody wants to get in a run and gun with New Jersey. To the Garden State we go. Paul Pierce averaging 26 points, or just about, in this year's playoff. Jason Kidd averaged a triple-double against the Celtics in last year's series. Pierce driving, we put the spot shadow because 3 Nets converge, and the arrow goes on Walter McCarty. Smoke from a distant fire. McCarty 4-6 from three-point range. Later in the first, Kidd getting his mates involved. Off the miss. This was the strength in New Jersey against the Celtics, who like to shoot, but when they miss, they get caught. Ask Kenyon Martin, who had 21 points in 31 minutes of foul trouble as well. Pierce still drawing attention. 4 Nets on Pierce. As he drives through the lane, we've got the arrow on McCarty again, left open for you-know-what. Walter McCarty, 14 points when it forced Celtics in double figures. Nets down 1. McCarty, though, loses the ball. 15 turnovers for Boston. Kidd, the bounce pass ahead to Richard Jefferson. 9 assists for Kidd. The amazing pass. Jefferson, 13 points, 9 boards. Nets up 3 at the break. Third quarter, Kerry Kittles gets hot. I mean, smoking hot. 17 points for Kittles. Kerry was 4 of 6 from three-point range. He hit 3 straight three-pointers, putting the Nets up 10. Later in the third, Celtics trying to hang on. Pierce, the truth, 34 points, 15 of 20 from the line. To the fourth, Jason Kidd talking about how the Nets capitalized on Boston's misses.
We would like to get out of the run, and the only way you can do that is by, making it as tough as possible and limiting them to 1 shot and getting out and running.
That's their main offense, and they got guys who can really get out and sprint the floor. And you have to. If you don't have a chance to get the offensive rebound, with a guy like Kidd pushing the ball, you have to get back. If you don't get back, they're going to kill you each and every time.
So under 20 seconds to go, Celtics down 4. J.R. Bremer, his only basket from the field all game. Celtics down 1 after 2 free throws, down 3. Pierce to tie it. No good. The Nets take the opener. They out-rebound the Celtics by 14. Tim Legler, what did you think?
The key to Game 1's victory for the New Jersey Nets was the fact that the Boston Celtics showed a lack of patience down the stretch. After Paul Pierce hit a 3 with 2:25 left to cut it to 1, they did not go back to Pierce in the ensuing 2 possessions. Instead, they get a shot at Antoine Walker in the corner and a forced drive by Eric Williams. A key time in the game, they should have gone back to Pierce, who was getting to the foul line at will and had the hot hand at that time. When they didn't do that, the Nets were able to get out and run and put this game away.
Thank you, Tim. The Celtics took and missed more threes than any team in the NBA this past season, and Game 1 here was no exception. Boston attempted 28 long-range shots, made just 9 of them. Over the last couple of postseasons, Celtics are only 3-8 when they attempt 25 threes or more.
Larry Eustachy resigned as head basketball coach at Iowa State Monday, a move that comes a week after a newspaper published photos of the coach drinking and kissing a co-ed at a campus party at the University of Missouri, and just days after the coach acknowledged he was an alcoholic. Eustachy will receive a $960,000 buyout of the remaining 8 years on his contract. That includes university health benefits to treat his disease over the next year. The school says it now considers the matter finished. Eustachy says his coaching career is not.
We believe accepting his resignation will bring resolution to a very difficult issue. This decision is in the best interest of the university, of Mr. Eustachy, and the entire Iowa State University family.
We need to end this, folks. We need to end it. President Joe Freeze is not the problem.
Bruce Vandervelde is not the problem. I've created this situation, and I'm holding myself totally accountable. And we move on. And I'm really looking forward to being a much better husband and a much better father. And I'm not done coaching. I will coach again.
Iowa State will now go to work on hiring Eustachy's replacement, with Creighton's Dana Altman the leading candidate. Altman previously coached in the conference at Kansas State. Wyoming Steve McLean, an Iowa native, also expected to get a call. Meanwhile, in Alabama, the Crimson Tide search for Mike Price's successor has brought Dolphins assistant Mike Shula to the top of the list. Shula, 37 years old, a former Tide quarterback, met Sunday with the school's president and athletic director. Shula said, quote, "I love Alabama just like everybody else that ever played there, and that's really all I have to say." He's never been in charge of the whole show, but AD Mal Moore said head coaching experience will not be mandatory, as it was when he was searching 5 months ago. Later on SportsCenter, from false resumes to NCAA violations to campus parties, a discussion on the current state of college coaching with Andy Katz and Ivan Maisel. Is the scandal of a few tainting all? Why and if we should expect better?
Winning a 20-inning game, the NL Central leading St. Louis Cardinals highly recommended that marathon against the